Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about the steps you can take to make your makeup last the longest. So this is going to be, and I'm just going to kind of jump in while I'm talking. We're going to start first with primer. I feel like primer is key to getting your makeup to last as long as possible. These are two good ones. I was kind of deciding between both of these. This is the All Nighter by Urban Decay. This is the Milk Hydro. I think I'm going to go with the Milk Hydro. But yes, so this is the type of, or these are the type of steps that you want to use if you're going to like prom or an event, a wedding, anything where you really want your makeup to last. I feel like these are all going to be really good steps. And some of these, or all of these, might be common sense to some people, but I don't feel like it is to everyone. So we're gonna start here with the primer. So for foundation today, I'm gonna use this. This is by Lancome. This is the Tint Idole Ultra Wear, and this is in the shade 425 Bisque Warm. I actually haven't been color matched in a while, so I am really hoping that this color still looks decent-ish. I feel like that works. Okay, so next we're going to go in with concealer. This is the Rare Beauty concealer. I just did a review on this. This is the shade 320 Warm. I'm going to put this on. And then just because I feel like my makeup can sometimes fade a little bit on my cheeks, I'm going to add just a little bit more of the concealer, just for extra coverage. If your makeup doesn't fade here, you can skip this step, but wherever it tends to fade, sometimes this can help just to add another extra layer. Okay, so at this point we've done all the basics. We did primer, foundation, concealer. My best tip would be, if you want your makeup to last as long as possible, you want to layer everything after that. So you want to do like a cream contour, cream blush, cream highlight, powder, then follow with powder bronzer, powder blush, powder highlight. I know it sounds like a lot, but after you do a setting spray, it's really going to soak in and all the makeup will hopefully look seamless and skin-like as much as possible. I mean, it'll definitely be a full face of makeup, but it will last you all night, and that's what we're going for. So for cream contour today, I'm going to use this one by Graftobian. This is the HD Glamour Cream in the shade Deep Xanth. I don't actually know how to say that. That is the shade right there. But it comes in this little pot, and this is what it looks like. So I first heard about this product from Brianna Monique. She always used it on her channel, and I was always curious about it. It always looked like it blended out so nice. And so, yeah, I basically just, decided to go onto the website and pick out a color. I did do a little bit of research on the different colors because they do have a lot of colors. And I really tend to like more of like a warm bronzer and contour shade. So I definitely like this one a lot. And I feel like the easiest way to use it is just to apply it with like a brush or even your finger. And then you can take a sponge or a buffing brush and blend it out. And I'm pretty sure this is actually a foundation. Yeah, I don't think these are contour shades. I think it's just like a foundation shade, but I am using it as like a cream contour. But honestly, I feel like cream, not cream contours, but like foundations used as contour, it's just so pretty because it's a foundation. So I just feel like it naturally blends out so nicely. Because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes products that are made specifically for like contouring and bronzing, I don't know, sometimes they're a little bit, I guess, difficult to use. Like, you just have to get the right one, I guess. But foundations, I mean, 9 times out of 10 you have more color options, because like if a branch launches a bronzer, like a cream bronzer or a cream contour, they might launch like 4 or 5 colors. But if you just use a foundation, you're going to get all of those shades that are, you know, it's a foundation shade, and you can pick which color you want. So when I blend this out, you can definitely see it's not really that harsh of a contour. It's definitely closer to my skin tone, which, I mean, just depending on what you want. Like right now, I'm totally fine with that. If you wanted something a little bit more like, you could definitely get a darker color that would make more of an impact. This is a little bit more of like an everyday type of bronzer that you'd want to wear. But I love it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to try a new product today. And the Graftobian was new too, but it was new in the sense that I've never tried it before on camera. But I have tried it multiple times before off camera. This I haven't tried on or off. I did swatch it, but I put it back in the packaging so I could show you guys. So this is by Patrick Ta, and this is his Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. And this is in the shade She's So LA. This is, you guys can see, like I said, I've swatched them. But these are the colors. What I love about this is so genius. I like when lines will have like a cream and a powder to match, but I always thought, well, yeah, but powder can just, you know, little flakes of the powder can get into the cream. So he actually has this little plastic covering here to protect the cream. That way, when you're moving your brush around the powder, it doesn't get in the cream. I'm just like, really? That is so smart. So anyways, this is the color. I just think it's so pretty. So we are going to, because we are layering today, we are going to use both. And I was trying to figure out how I wanted to use this. Of course, you can use another kabuki type brush. You can use a sponge. You can use your fingers. I'm going to use my fingers. So I'm just going to go right into the cream and kind of warm it up. This is what the color looks like. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Okay. This is my favorite way to apply cream products. I like to just stipple them on with my fingers, just because I feel like the warmth of the skin-to-skin contact really just melts the product in, and it just looks so pretty. Okay, the last step, the last cream step that we're gonna do is highlight. So this is by Chanel. This is the Soleil Tan de Chanel. And this is actually the older one. The packaging looks different. If you like try to buy this now, it's not the same. But it looks like the same product, just different packaging. But yeah, this is in the shade Sunkissed. So I am going to just put a little bit of this on my hand. And I'm going to, same thing that I did with the blush, just going to use my finger and kind of just stipple some on. Okay, so now that the highlight is done, we are going to start applying powder. So to start off, I am going to use this fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into the Milk Makeup. This is the medium translucent powder. So any type of powder, translucent powder, whatever you want to use. You just want to set all of, kind of just do one overall setting of powder, and then we'll go into like the individual bronzer, blush, and all of that. Now, if you are super oily, then you are going to want to use more powder. And obviously if you're more dry, you can use less. I am more dry, so I don't want to do too much powder, but I have noticed that when I do use more powder and then obviously setting spray, I do feel like my makeup does last longer. So powder can be your friend, even if you have dry skin. And then for underneath my eyes specifically, I'm going to go back in with the Pat McGrath under eye powder. And I'm just going to set that. And then really fast, I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I'm just going to really quickly contour my nose. This is something you could actually do with cream too. So you could do a cream contour and then go over it with powder. Most of the time I don't. Most of the time I just kind of go in with a quick powder. For powder bronzer, I'm going to use the Maybelline The City bronzer in the shade 300, no surprise. I am obsessed with this bronzer. I just think it's so pretty. I can't get enough of it. And I'm taking this on a Sigma F20. And then of course for the blush, we're going to go back into the Patrick Ta. And this time we are going to use this one up here. This is the powder shade. And I'm just going over like my whole cheek area with this Real Techniques 400. And I'm just going over my cheek area with this Real Techniques 400 brush. It's just kind of like a fluffy brush. It actually reminds me of the It Cosmetics brush, just not as big. And I just kind of want to make sure I'm marrying the blush and the bronzer together. Sometimes I like to do this. And lastly, to finish off our strong powder game, I'm going to go into the Anastasia Glow Kit. And this is the That Glow. And I think that is probably a coffee stain. Ignore that. So I'm going to use these two shades. Oh, this is upside down, but these two shades right here. So it is Dripping in Gold and Bubbly. And I'm just going to basically, if you guys can see that, I'm just kind of going back and forth. And you can just build it kind of slowly as you wish. Okay, so we are done with the application. I went ahead and fixed my headband just so I could kind of like protect my hair. But I'm gonna go in with some spray. This is an important step. Do not skip this step. And actually go heavy on this step, to be honest. So this is the All Nighter by Urban Decay. It's my favorite, so I'm just going to close my eyes and go crazy. And what I like to do is I will spray and then use anything I have to fan myself. And then I will go in with another layer. Now I know this is a lot of product, and I know a lot of people might be like, oh my goodness, you don't need that much. And you're right, you probably don't need that much. But, I mean, if it's like a special event, like if you're just gonna go to, you know, hang out and get brunch with your friends, you don't have to go this far. But if you're going somewhere, if you're going to like a wedding, for instance, or, you know, you're going somewhere and you're gonna be gone all day and you really want your makeup to last, I'm telling you guys, go cray with the spray. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I promise. And because we can't end the video like this, I will be right back. I'm gonna go finish my makeup. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is the finished makeup, and I have to admit something. If my highlight looks a little bit more muted than it did a second ago, that's because I took some of it off. So I don't know what it was, but like once I turned off the camera and I finished my makeup, I just felt like my face looked very muddy and I just wasn't feeling it. I've used this highlighter before. I've definitely used the bronzer before. This is the first time using the Patrick Ta blush, but I don't feel like it's the blush per se. I think it's a combination of what I was using. So maybe the blush with that highlighter, it just wasn't meshing well, and I just didn't feel like it looked good at all. So basically I took this brush. This is the same brush that I used to kind of blend my blush with the bronzer. This is the Real Techniques 400, and I actually got a little bit more of the Patrick Ta blush and just kind of dusted it off and then went over the highlight. So I can still see the highlight. I feel like you guys can still see it too, hopefully. But it's just a little bit more muted down and it doesn't look so muddy. So anyways, so yeah, just wanted to explain that really fast. But yeah, so to sum up this video, if you want your makeup to last a long time, primer, layer your products, and then finish with a spray. Always. And I feel like that'll do it. So if you guys have any other questions, don't hesitate. Leave me a comment, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And yeah, I think that's it. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. Subscribe, hit the notification, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.